Well, hello. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a video here about the gear that I'm taking southbound on the Appalachian Trail, and we'll get going quick here. Um, First off is the pack that I have. This is an Osprey Atmos 50, and it's a great pack. I've enjoyed using it so far. I haven't done any really extended long trips, but it's very light. The the strap is really well made. I like the way this is designed. Um, it's very comfortable. I found that the weight rests very. You can adjust it so the weight is really riding on your hips, which is great. One thing I did notice right here. This is very tight. The fabric here is very tight. So just as a prophylactic measure, I put some duct tape on here just to cover it, because I'm thinking that and there are actually some abrasions here, just because the fabric is very tight here, and so a little bit of duct tape hopefully will prevent any ripping or tearing here. But the straps are great. They're very high quality. I like them a lot. This bag does come with a hydration system. You can run a hydration pack in the back. I haven't cut that out or anything, but I'm not using it for this trip. There are also you can hang on the straps. You can hang a tool or an ice pick or some other tool, or your trekking poles. So this pack also is the straps are rated up to 50 pounds, and it does qualify as an ultralight pack. I believe it weighs in around 3 pounds. You can check the specifics if you're interested in it, but it does qualify as an ultralight pack. It's not the most ultralight pack, but it does qualify as an ultralight pack. You've got one main compartment here, and then this top you can take this off. There's a little bag in here, a little zip pocket here, and then a mesh pocket underneath. There are zipper pockets on the side here and here, which give some additional carrying capacity. Although I have noticed that when this is stuffed full, when the interior pack is stuffed really full, it's very hard to get things in here, and you have to be careful with these zippers. If this is not the biggest pack, it is a 5,000 cubic inches, but if that's densely packed, these zippers sometimes will start to you'll have to be careful zipping them up. I haven't had any problems so far, but I had a little issue once when I was trying to zip it up quickly, and the pack was really full. In addition, there's this. It's not mesh, but it's an elastic fabric. I don't know exactly what you call it. It seems like some kind of polyester elastic pouch on the back where you can keep water. That's what I'm using it for. I'm keeping my bladders in here. And then on the side, you've got these cinch straps. I'm actually attaching my bivy on the outside here. There are also some compartments where you could keep a water bottle, but again, once the interior pack is really dense and full, it's very difficult to get anything in here. You can still get something in from the side this way, but this way it's a lot more difficult. But so far I'm really happy with it. I like it. So that's my pack. I'll go through my sleep system next. I'm using the Thermarest, mostly because it was very cheap, and it's pretty light. It is bulky, but it came in around $30, I believe, and this is more than adequate. I'm used to sleeping on harder surfaces than this. A couple other things I've attached on the outside of my camp shoes, which are a pair of Tevas. I'm going to be starting southbound, going through Maine, where there's some rivers and streams that I'm going to have to ford, and I know it's going to be very wet up there. There may be times when I'll want to go a couple of miles wearing these, and I feel a lot more comfortable wearing these than wearing a pair of Crocs. I'm not really fond of Crocs. I like these a lot more. So these are what I have. These are a little heavier, but I plan on wearing them a little bit more. Maybe doing some hiking in them when it's advisable to do so. Another thing I have is just this is just a bungee cord with two sort of pseudo carabiners on them. This can be used, obviously, if you're not familiar with this can be used you can wrap it around your pack and hang your pack from a tree to keep it off the ground. I find bungee cord to have 1,000,001 uses. If you you know, when you're trying to configure your pack, if there's something you can't fit in there, or if somebody gets hurt and you have to carry their pack, you can use this to strap a lot of other things onto your backpack. And the problem with the strap system on this is only rated up to 50 pounds, so I might not really be able to use this if I had to carry somebody else's backpack. But anyway, I said I was going to do the sleep system, but my sleeping bag's at the bottom, so I'll go through some other things first. My water filtration system, I've got a 1 liter platypus. Then I've got, this is a 2 liter platypus. And then I have the Sawyer Mini right here. The Sawyer, oh, that's actually the syringe. The Sawyer Mini is down in here somewhere. Yeah, there's my Sawyer Mini. I've only heard good things about this. I've used it just to test it out, but it's very light. It seems very simple and easy. I was going to use either bleach or the Aquamira drops, but I feel a little safer having a filter, just because you want to keep as much junk out of you as possible. So it's my water filter. Keep it on the back here. Can maybe in the 100-mile wilderness, I'm going to have a water bottle using just a smart water bottle, 1 liter with the flip cap, which I think comes on the 700 milliliter, but I'm using that as my water bottle as opposed to a more expensive one, or a clean canteen, or a Nalgene bottle. These are light and easy, and I can replace it if it gets dirty. So I'm going to keep probably a bladder full in here, and then my water bottle. But there's a lot of water up in that part of me. Now the next thing I have here is, I'll go through the outside first. This is the Outdoor Research. I'll show you the Outdoor Research Alpine Bivy. It packs nice and neatly. I like this as well. It's waterproof. It has a low profile. It's very easy and quick to set up. I've heard it referred to as the Alpine BV bug. There's a review on YouTube of this. It's done by a guy with it's a great review, but he's a German accent. He calls it the Alpine BV bug. So this will forever after be my Alpine BV bug. And it's great. It weighs, I think it comes in at about 2 pounds. So it's light. Some of my gear is lightweight. Some, unfortunately, I wasn't able to afford the more lightweight stuff. But going into these side pockets here, I've got the Coghlan's trowel, some hand sanitizer, some tissue paper, and some wet wipes for my various movements that I have to do. I've heard from folks that these trowels get discarded, but I'm going to keep it with me because it is a good tool to have. It's just another tool to keep. Insect repellent, some DEET. I also have some tea tree oil, but I imagine that this is going to be what I'm going to be using when I really need to keep the bugs off me. On the other side here, if I can unzip this, I've got, again, I'm going into I have 10 days worth of food, so some of these things would be packed with my food, but these are just some bottle of olive oil, an empty spare bottle, a bottle of sugar, a bottle of Tabasco sauce, a bottle of tea tree oil. I'm keeping them on the outside right now because I don't have enough room because of all the food I'm carrying. This is a little bit of pepper here. Let's fill out. And then here's my med kit. I've got a Neosporin, one of the little pocket ones. We've got these little blister pads for your toes. I found the boots that I had, I didn't really have abrasion problems on other parts of my feet, but I did have some on my little toe when I tested out my boots. So I'm going to be bringing these. Got some Tylenol PM, thread and some needles, Imodium, some sterile gloves, some adhesive medical tape, moleskin, and some gauze pads in case I need them. But pretty simple. Got some Q-tips in there too. Not too much else. Some ibuprofen and some, if I get these are Rolaids, I believe. If I get an upset tummy. See down here, a little Gold Bond. This is good to keep you smelling fresh, and it's fresh like a daisy. And I'll use it to help dry my feet off at the end of the day. then this is just a fire accelerant kit. I've got some cotton balls in here and some petroleum jelly in a little tube. This may be this is a little bigger than what I would like to have. I could probably just have a chapstick container in here, but I do like having a good and reliable system to help me light fires, because my stove, which I'll show you soon, uses wood as opposed to fuel. And I've got this. This is a bigger bottle of Dr. Bonner than I would have liked, but I'll bite the bullet and carry it around with me. I might transfer this into a smaller bottle if it gets to be a real pain, but I like having soap. I like trying to stay clean as much as possible. So that's the outer. Let me go up here into the detachable lid here. Up here I've got a light my fire spork, titanium spork. It's got the fork and the spoon and then a little knife edge here. It's kind of serrated. I like this a lot. I'm planning on bringing this out whenever I go to dinner now. If I eat at a restaurant, I'm going to be bringing this. It's great on dates. Really impresses your date when they see how functional you are. So I would highly recommend this to all the young folks out there. We've got just some sanitary stuff. My toothpaste, a little bottle of toothpaste, some dental floss, some earplugs, chapstick. Well, this isn't chapstick. This is Burt's Bees, which actually I don't think has any petroleum in it. I should have just got a chapstick because I could also use that for fire starting. Some hand cream, really small bottles I got somewhere along the line. I don't remember where I got this little tiny one. Just for bug bites and stuff like that. I've got the Black Diamond headlamp. I mean, this is the cheapest one. I got this at REI. It's very, very inexpensive. I think this was like $12 or $15. We'll see how this one goes. There's another one, I believe it's a Petzl, that you can recharge with a USB. I'd rather have that, but that's why I didn't spend as much on this as I would have, because I really want to get that Petzl, which I don't even know the model of. But and let's see. So I've got, this is a camp towel, Sea to Summit. No, it's a pack towel. I believe this is Sea to Summit. Very compact. When I bathe in streams and lakes, it's my towel. I won't be using this to clean kitchen or pots. I have a little scrubber for that. Let's see. I've got an extra little carabiner, little travel toothbrush that folds up. And then this is a bug net. This is Sea to Summit. Sea to Summit head net, because the bugs in Maine, the black flies, are horrific. This is, if you're doing southbound starting in Maine in June, you're definitely going to want to have something like this, a head net. You're going to have DEET. You're also, just on my wrist here, you're definitely going to want to have a watch if you're going southbound, because the days in Maine in June start at 4:30 in the morning and go to 9:30 at night. So just to keep track of time and to remember, how much daylight you have left, it's a very good idea to have a watch and to know when the sun's going to be rising and setting, just so you don't lose track of time. Okay, now underneath here, I've got, let me zip this. Sorry. Just got a ballpoint pen with duct tape wrapped around it. It's a ballpoint pen. And I've got my rain flies. This is the Osprey rain cover, my rain fly for the bag. This fits the bag well. It's adjustable, it cinches in, and it has worked well when I've taken the pack out in the rain, which is a good idea. It's a good idea to take your pack out and try and just go with a full load in the rain and just see how everything works out. Now into the main compartment here, I am using a trash bag as a liner, in part because I'm not using a stuffed sack for my sleeping bag. And this is not exactly how I'm going to be packing this, but here a Sea to Summit. I think this is an 8-liter. Ooh, and there's some stuff coming out. Sea to Summit 8-liter. This is my clothing bag for my spare clothing. For socks, I've got I think these are Smart Wool sock liners. I'll go through this really quick. I've got the Darn Tough. These are the mids. These are great. I highly recommend the Darn Tough socks. Made in Vermont. Great product.